Hello, and welcome to Make a Difference, the show about how volunteers are making a difference every day here in Montgomery County. I'm your host, Lorraine Driscoll. Today, we'll discuss how county residents can volunteer with either of two local programs that provide free tax services to people with low or moderate income. If you stay tuned, we'll discuss how you can volunteer to help prepare tax returns through RSVP AARP Tax Aid Program or with the Community Action Agency's VITA program, which stands for Volunteer Income Tax Assistance. Don't go away, we'll be right back. Welcome back to Make a Difference. I'm your host, Lorraine Driscoll. Today, we'll be talking with Kathleen Meaney Stobie, Senior Corps RSVP Director, and Eduardo Mendes, who coordinates volunteers for Community Action Agency's VITA program. Eduardo, Kathleen, thanks for joining us.
Thanks for having us.
Thanks for having us here.
So you both coordinate volunteers for two very similar programs, but they're a little different. Kathleen, why don't we start with you? Can you tell me about the RSVP AARP Tax Aid Program?
So in Montgomery County, we have a Senior Corps RSVP program that matches people 55 and better with volunteer opportunities. One of our biggest programs is partnering with the AARP Foundation to bring the AARP Tax Aid Program here to Montgomery County. Mm-hmm. So what we do is recruit volunteers who are willing to be trained to prepare taxes for low to moderate income people. We have a special attention to people 60 and better.
Mm-hmm. And so the program is run part of the year, or?
Yes. Good question. Yes, we are during tax season, so mm-hmm. we are open from the end of January till whenever tax season ends. Mm-hmm. And then if people have issues with anything, they call AARP and they can have those issues addressed. Okay. But we're only operating during tax season, which is different from Eddie's program.
So Eddie, tell me about yours. You manage volunteers at the VITA program?
Yes. So our program is under the Department of Health and Human Service. It's Community Action Agency VITA program. Mm-hmm. We do follow the VITA guidelines. 95% of people that with us, they're volunteers. We mm-hmm. are year-round. We operate from our site opens the first day right after Martin Luther King's birthday to tax day. And after that, we have to close the books, get all the numbers together. Mm-hmm. Then we open right back again to do the back year taxes from June to October 31st.
Oh, back year taxes.
We go back 3 years. So for this year, we're going to be doing 2018, 17, and 16.
So if people come to you and say, I
haven't done taxes, I need to be amendment,
Gotcha.
Oh, I got the transcripts from the IRS that I haven't done taxes for the last 5 or 3 years. We can assist them with the last 3 years.
So then you need volunteers year-round.
Year-round, we do need volunteers.
Awesome.
Correctly.
So what are some of the similarities in the programs? I mean, it's a similar mission. You're helping people get their taxes filed and hopefully maybe get some money back or at least get all their deductions correct so they're not paying more than they need to. But tell me, what would you say the similarities are? Well,
the similarities are the mission, whom we're trying to help. We're trying to help those people who don't have the wherewithal to pay a paid preparer, so low to moderate income. Mm-hmm. And what are the other similarities? Well, the differences are that our particular program does not have an income limit. So we can see anyone considered low to moderate income, mm-hmm. but they have to be within scope, meaning that our volunteers are trained to prepare certain returns, easy, simple returns within scope. That's what they're certified to do. So the person may be making more than $55,000, but it has to be within scope, and that mm-hmm. information's on our website.
Okay, all right.
Yeah, we do follow the VITA scope line. We do file the limit, which mm-hmm. is this year was 55. Every year they go up. I think the last 2 years they didn't go. It was 54,000 for the last
54,
year.
Yes.
Then it became 55.
Yeah.
Who
Mm-hmm.
knows? It's gonna go up next year. But we do follow the VITA guideline, and as Kathleen was saying, when we have clients that come in and they make 60 or maybe 70,000, we go and we give their number, the ARP number, because the different sites they do.
So it sounds like your two programs really collaborate a lot in terms of helping clients find their, referring if that's appropriate. Do you also refer volunteers if people come to your program and say, I want to volunteer year round, and they're off here or whatever?
Yeah. So we do have a more flexibility. Kathleen and the ARP, they do have a set schedule, but some people are set. It's like, I can only do it daytime. We do have shifts and sites. They're from different times. Like on Tuesdays in the test center, one of the locations we start from 1 to 8 o'clock. Some people like that, other people don't like that. They're like, no, I just want a daytime.
So what are some of the reasons people are inspired to volunteer with these programs?
Well, I feel that they want to give back to the community. There are people in the world who actually like doing taxes. And in our program, you do have options, as do you, if you don't like doing taxes. We need schedulers because we both work by appointment.
That is
so
true.
we have a scheduling office where people can call. They can also do their appointments online. And then we have client facilitators who are at the different sites. We have about 20 different sites. We mostly in libraries, and thanks to Montgomery County Public Libraries for giving us a home.
Wow.
And we have people there who kind of help when they come in, help them separate their papers, make them breathe before they go and see the tax guy.
That's important. That's important.
Yeah.
So if people want to volunteer, how do they find you?
Well,
you're each of you.
Okay. I'm sorry. I talked
No.
over Eddie.
Go.
We are through the Montgomery County Volunteer Center, so they can go to the website montgomerycountymd.gov /volunteer. Or they can call the Volunteer Center. It's 240-777-2600.
Okay. And then talk to somebody about what they're interested in.
Right. We are a little different in that we're only during tax season, so right now we're not actively recruiting volunteers, but if somebody says, I'd like to do that next year, then we basically get their contact information and we do a full-on recruiting in the fall.
Terrific.
Yeah.
And Eddie, how do they find VITA?
For us, it's we actually go recruit. We do have a partnership for University of Maryland for the Smith School of Business. So if all our students from there, they can get credits being with part of our program. We also go to doing right now, and the summer, fall, and spring, we go to Montgomery College and recruit future CPAs and future accounting students. And luckily, we being very good in that partnership because some of the professors who are teaching there, they did VITA back in the day. So they were either work with the RS and they're retirees now.
So they can explain to students how much fun it is it's all this client interaction and
it is,
helping people who are like, oh, what do I do?
And also it's a good pathway because, if somebody wants to be an accountant, so they can have the first-hand experience.
Gotcha. So if they want to volunteer with VITA, how do they reach you?
Well, for us, you can give us a call on our number, which is 240-777-1123. You can go to our website, which is similar to Kathleen's, but it's a little different. It's montgomerycountymd.gov /CASHBACK. Okay. Or you can send us an email, which is VITA@montgomerycountymd.gov.
Okay, lots of ways to reach you.
Yeah.
And so your background is economics and accounting, and your background is volunteering. It sounds like people from both of the, from all kinds of backgrounds enjoy doing this sort of thing. You started to talk about the locations. Tell me where each of you, where do people go to volunteer?
So there are different sites. If they are tax counselors or preparers, they will be at one or two different sites. And we try and be geographically throughout the county, as Eddie's program does. We have just chosen to be at more sites at different days. So we are mostly at libraries, some community centers. And most of our hours are during the day because our program originally started as what's called TCE, Tax Counseling for the Elderly.
Okay.
And so it was originally all for people over a certain age. So most of our sites are, as Eddie said, we're daytime.
Okay.
And we do have a few evening sites and we have a few Saturday sites. But most of the volunteers we have are 55 and better. You don't have to be, but to be an RSVP you do.
Okay.
But most of the people who are retired prefer daytime hours. And
And then your training's during the day too.
the training is, it's intense. It's in January, and we have been doing training at Gaithersburg Library. Thank you, Gaithersburg Library. And it's a week. full-time during the day. So that cuts a lot of people out who may be working still. So that's when I do a lot of referrals to Eddie's program, because they have more latitude with their training. Now, once you've been a counselor and you come back again, as many of ours do, their training is just 2 days. Unless they want to come to the full
refreshed.
5 days. Yes, yes. Yeah.
And then your locations and your training, how does that work?
For us, most of the location Montgomery County facilities, we are located in Gaithersburg, Rockville. Right now, we did a pop-up site at Germantown that was very successful. East County, and we also have Wheaton and the test center, which are on Gilmore Park.
So with all these locations, people who volunteer can get to know the people who volunteer together with them at that site, it seems like. Is there sort of a community kind of within each of those?
Absolutely. A lot of people do volunteer for that social aspect, or they want direct service where they are working with a client and feel that satisfaction of for very grateful clients who are relieved to have someone who can do this for them. And then at the sites, they also work as a team. And then we have a big brunch at the end, so all the schedulers and client facilitators and counselors all get to see each other.
Oh, it sounds really fun. So again, one more time, so if people want to volunteer, Eddie, start with you. Tell me again the website, the phone number.
Sure. Our number is 240-777-1123. You can give us a call. Nobody answer, please leave a message. We'll call you right back. montgomerycountymd.gov /cashback is our website, or you can send us an email at VITA@montgomerycountymd.gov.
Okay. And again, if RSVP tax aid?
They can call the Volunteer Center. We're there all the time. Our number is 240-777-2600. And our website, similar to Eddie's, is montgomerycountymd.gov /volunteer.
I love how this feels like such a community, and that you guys work together and the volunteers get to know each other. And again, the volunteer roles, you can be the person filling out the forms, or you can, what are the other roles again?
For us, we have schedulers who work in the scheduling office currently at Holiday Park Senior Center in the Wheaton area. And client facilitators at any of those different preparation sites who are trained. They do not have to prepare the taxes, but they work directly with clients to help them get ready to have their taxes prepared.
Get the right stuff together in the file.
So even if you don't like preparing taxes, you can still play a very important role.
And it seems like such a... And
as appointment schedulers, those are the big things, because those are the people that actually fill up our sites for us. So we do need appointment schedulers. Pretty much everybody that do it, I don't know if yours, but everybody that start with us is like, I want to prepare taxes. And something, we try our best to teach them, to help them pass, but those that are unable to pass, we're like, well, there's different ways you can volunteer.
And you need all the pieces to make it work.
Yes, we do.
And we always need more people, because there is a demand for services. We tend to run out of appointments close to the end.
Oh, so the more volunteers, the more people you can serve.
Right.
So we really want, so call.
Right, absolutely.
All right. Well, thank you so much, Eddie and Kathleen. I really appreciate you coming in today and telling us about this, and hopefully we'll get a lot more volunteers helping and help a lot more people with their taxes.
All right.
Awesome.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We've been talking today with Kathleen Meaney Stobie, Senior Core RSVP Director, and Eduardo Mendes, a coordinator with Community Action Agency's VITA program. For more information about volunteering in Montgomery County, please contact the Volunteer Center at 240-777-2600 or visit their website at montgomeryvolunteer.org. And remember, as a volunteer, you can make a difference.
People think I'm trash, but they're wrong. Today I'm just an aluminum can, but one day I could be a stadium.